Not to be like weird or anything, but I keep hearing like if there's someone at my door. It's making me nervous. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Yo, what up, home skillets? I am feeling super spooky today, and I found out about these haunted places and I just needed to make a video immediately. Also, you guys really like these videos for some reason, but you guys are my people, so I get it. So anyways, let's start with the first place. It is the Monte Cristo Homestead in New South Wales, Australia. It was built in 1885 and there are obviously so many deaths there, including a child who fell down the stairs and died immediately, a maid who fell from the balcony. There was also a stable boy who was burned to death on the property. But this next death really creeped me out. There was a mentally ill man who was the son of a caretaker who worked there, who was chained up in the caretaker's cottage for about 40 years. But this is the extra messed up part. He was found sitting next to the body of his dead mother. Now, if that's not fucked up, I don't know what is. When he was found, he was taken to a mental institution where he died shortly after. They say that the house was left in 1948. I'm not sure if that means it was abandoned. But there were a bunch of caretakers who lived there, and apparently one of the caretakers was murdered at the caretaker cottage. So a lot of people who have stayed there reported the feelings of being held down when they're in bed. Like they're panicking, like they feel nauseous, and like they're being tickled. So this one is a little bit creepier. I've never heard of this story before, but apparently it's really popular. It's almost as popular as the Suicide Forest. So basically this is the Island of Dolls in Mexico. In the 50s, a man just really wanted to be alone. He wanted to be secluded, so he decided to move to an island. When he was there on the island, he discovered the body of a little girl who had drowned. He was super upset. He just wanted to help her. He wanted to be able to save her, but he couldn't. He didn't know. Because he felt so bad about this little girl's death, he wanted to bring her gifts. So every time he went out and he saw a doll, he would buy it for her. He would hang it up on trees, he would put it, you know, on his house, like he would just put dolls everywhere. One day he told one of his relatives that he thinks the little girl thought that the gifts were not good enough. That basically she wanted him to be a ghost with her. So he pretty much feared for his life, which I would do. I would. Well, that same day he was found dead, floating in the water exactly where he found the little girl's body. Now there are thousands of dolls all over that little island where he used to live, and I think it's like a 2-hour gondola ride to get there, so like, is it worth it? Probably not. It does look super creepy. It looks horrendous. Like, I could never. Only because I have a fear of dolls. Like, no thank you. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. But basically, if you are there, you can hear the dolls whisper as you walk by them, and at night, they pretty much come alive. The person who lives there right now, I think it's that guy's son. He said that he got used to the dolls coming alive at night. He got used to hearing them talk to each other and making noises and moving around, and I would never. I don't know why he's still there. But anyways, next story. The next place I want to talk to you guys about is Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada. This hotel is a major historic building and it was built in 1888. It was pretty much destroyed in a fire in 1926 when it had to be rebuilt. While they were rebuilding it, they found that there was a secret room because there's something wrong with the architecture and the construction was just ruined. They just messed it up. So of course they built around that room. They just wanted to keep it the way it was. Obviously they just wanted to, you know, improve it. They made it into like a castle themed instead of like all wood. But if you are around that secret room area, you get just creepy bad vibes. But room 873 is supposed to be the most haunted room in the building. A mother, a father, and a daughter were all murdered in that room. The hotel staff would attempt to clean it, but every single time they would find little girl handprints on the mirrors, so they just decided not to let anyone stay there. But the visitors in the hotel still claim to see the family just lingering around that whole area of the hotel where that room is. I don't know, it's just super creepy. I just wouldn't stay there at all. But that's not all with that hotel. There is another story about a young bride. So basically this young, beautiful girl who was wearing her wedding dress just walked out of her room and started walking down the stairs when she tripped over her own dress and fell to her death. She died immediately, and people still claim to see her walking down the stairs in her dress and walking around the halls and all over the hotel, and they just like, wow, it's like some bride, this young beautiful bride. No bitch, it's a ghost. Now this one gave me the chills. A popular spirit at this hotel goes by the name Sam Macaulay. He worked as a bellman until he died in 1976. Guests still see him roaming the hallways and they think that he works there. Obviously they stop to talk to him if they have questions or just, you know, want to make a comment, and in the middle of their conversation he'll just disappear. If someone just poofed in front of me, I would lose my mind. So this next place is in England and it's called the Ancient Ram Inn. It was built in the year 1145 and it was the priest's residence. Now it's a bed and breakfast, but it was built on an ancient pagan burial ground where apparently they would do child sacrifices and devil worshipping. Apparently the cottage is haunted by some little girl named Rosie who was murdered there. But Rosie isn't the only ghost stuck there. There is apparently a high priestess that has been seen there and also an incubus, which is a male sex demon. During renovation, the owners discovered small bones and daggers under the earth, and they believed that that's where they did child sacrifices. People that have been there reported hearing blood-curdling screams, and they've also said that they were being touched. Visitors have fled in the middle of the night, even jumping out of their windows to leave the building entirely because they keep hearing screams, they keep seeing a little girl roaming the halls, and they keep being harassed and touched by the male sex demon. Oh my god, I would lose my fucking mind. A group of teenagers also went there to ghost hunt. They tore up the concrete to look for more remains. They just wanted to search and see what they could find. But as soon as they left, they all got into a fatal car accident. So did they find anything? I don't know. So this last one is the Screaming Tunnel in Niagara Falls. This is super creepy. It's very legend-like, almost like Bloody Mary or something, but still freaks me out. I don't want to be there. There are multiple versions of this story, so I'm just going to tell you guys all of them. So the first version of the story is there's a young girl who escaped a burning farm building with her clothes on fire. She made it to the tunnel and that's as far as she got until she burned to death. The second version is the girl was set on fire by her angry father after he was going through a nasty divorce with her mom and lost custody of his kids. The last version is a young girl was raped in the tunnel and she was set on fire because he didn't want any evidence, so he just burned the body. All of these are fucked up. I don't like it. I feel itchy. But the legend goes if you're in the tunnels in the middle of the night and you light a match, the flame will go out and you could hear a girl screaming. Now all of this is freaky. I would not want to be there, and if you do go there, then good fucking luck. But anyways, those are all the stories that I have for you guys today. If you guys want more, then let me know. I love doing these, you guys know that, and I hope you guys like them because they're so fun and interesting and so creepy. Also comment down below which one of these places that I talked about today you would like to visit. I would probably visit, oh god, anyone but the dolls. I can't do the dolls. Oh, fuck no. Never in a million years. Okay, first of all, a two hour gondola ride? No thanks. Second of all, to look at a bunch of creepy dolls hanging from trees that are haunted? My therapist taught me to love myself. I don't always like to suffer, so I'm gonna pass on that. But all the other ones are fine. I would go. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Adios, bitchachos.
Do you love me?